Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to Am I the Asshole Podcast Tuesday episode. Woo! It's always good. It's always good, man. You know, when I be at work, I be thinking about filming for the podcast. I always do. I'm always thinking about, man, we're going to do this for this episode. We're going to be doing this. I be planning episodes out, weeks before I film them and stuff, just because I love doing this podcast, man. I love it. And I love, keeping up with the analytics and stuff like that and seeing all you guys downloading and seeing you guys watching the episodes and liking and subscribing and going over, checking out the shorts and all that good stuff, man. Because, dude. I just love doing it. I've been really loving the journey of content creating, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, I recently got into streaming, and honestly, dude, it's all I want to fucking do. I'm being straight with you. Like, I'm at work all the time, and I'm just like, fuck, man, I can't wait until Monday to stream. And so, and it was funny because I was even talking about it on my last stream last Monday, and, I was just thinking, and I was like, man, I love fucking doing content because, I always want to do more content for you guys. I always want to, stream more and give you guys more content because I just love making content. I really do. It's something where I'm just like, I fucking love this shit, man. And I wanted to express that to you guys because I don't think you guys realize how awesome it can be when you're doing content that you just really enjoy. Like when I first started this podcast, I really didn't think that I would get to this point. I didn't think I was going to get this far into my content creating journey. And then when I did, I was kind of blown away, like, holy shit, yo, I'm actually doing this shit, and people are actually watching and, commenting their ideas and thoughts and all that kind of stuff. Because I love when you guys comment your ideas and thoughts, whether you agree with me, you don't agree with me. I love that shit. I appreciate it. I never sit there and tell anybody that they're wrong in my comment section. I don't monitor my comment sections or nothing like that. I let you guys say whatever the fuck you want to say. You know what I mean? Whether it's, no matter how stupid it may be sometimes, because honestly, some of you motherfuckers on my TikTok, god damn, bro, y'all be commenting some shit, and I'll be like, what in the hell? But, it is what it is. I enjoy the conversation nonetheless. But we are going to get into today's thread. I just wanted to kind of get that off my chest. Let you guys know, man. I love giving you guys content. I just love doing it. It's my shit. So we're going to get into today's thread. Today's thread is a pretty funny one that I thought was like, you know what? I want to ask people what have they done? So this thread is, what is the highest thing you've ever done while high? So, you just got so high that you just did some stupid shit. So, let's see. What is the highest thing you've ever done while high? What the fuck? Okay. I had the munchies and walked to a Subway nearby. On the way back, I see a car in the driveway and wonder who it is. Turned out it was the pizza I ordered and immediately forgot about it. Yo. My man ordered a pizza and then got baked out of his mind and was like, yo, you know what would be fire right now? Some fucking Subway, dude. I'm gonna go get some Subway, dude. And we went and got some Subway, came back, and he was like, who the fuck's car is in my driveway? And the pizza guy is just standing there. Hey, man. Hey, yo, you live here? Hey, man, I got your pizza. Why you got Subway? Why do you have Subway in your hand? Hey, I mean, I would have just saved the Subway. Yeah, I mean, I would have just put the Subway in my refrigerator, and I'd be like, well, I guess that's tomorrow's meal or later in the day's meal, shit. And damn, that's wild. All right, what is the highest thing you've ever done while high? Went downstairs to pour a glass of milk for myself. My parents happened to be in the kitchen, so in my best sober impression, I pour a glass quickly and leave. Halfway up the stairs, I realize I took the gallon and not the glass. Oh my god. Oh god, my chest. Oh shit. Oh, my chest hurts. Oh, God. Oh, my titty. I can imagine that shit, too. You're just like, hey, mom, hey, dad. And you just pour it. And then this nigga put the cap back on and ran back upstairs with the gallon. That's wild, man. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Ow. My titty hurts. Oh, okay. Cramp in my titty. Okay, what is the highest thing you've ever done while high? I was on Skype with my best friend, and as she was talking to me, I just sat there watching her because I thought she was Netflix. Oh my god. He said I sat there she said I sat there and watched her because I thought she was Netflix. That's crazy, bro. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh, you guys are crazy, bro. Jesus. Okay, what is the highest thing you've ever done while high? I went to pee and forgot to fucking pull down my underwear. Oh, bruh. No. Oh, that sucks. You got up, you walked to the toilet, and you thought your dick was out, and you just peed in your pants, man. Oh. It's funny because, like, the most highest thing I've ever done while high is, like, I had to go pee, like, really bad. And for some stupid reason, I didn't go into the bathroom that's in my room, mind you. I went to the trash can, and then I realized, I looked down, and I'm like, am I dick and balls and everything all out? And I'm like, oh, this is a trash can. God damn it. Almost pissed in my trash can. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I've been there, man. Hey, been there, done that. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. I've been there, done that. Oh, shit. All right, what is the highest thing you've ever done while high? I caught myself saying good night as I blew out my scented candle, laughed like an idiot for 15 minutes. Hey, somebody's got to say it. You know, somebody's got to say it. I'll be saying good night to myself sometimes, too, man. Shit. Your boy is lonely. You know? Bruh. All right, what is the highest thing you've ever done while high? Smoked a bong after getting my tonsils out when I was told not to. Thought it couldn't taste the old vanilla ice cream I was eating and that I had fried my taste buds because I smoked too soon after the surgery. This made sense at the time. My dad walked in the kitchen as I was pouring the salt shaker in my mouth to see if I could taste at all. That's crazy. Imagine getting home and your kid is over here over the sink talking about trying to put some salt in their mouth. Like, what are you doing? The fuck are you doing? I'm just trying to see if I can taste something. That's crazy, bro. Absolutely wild, man. Absolutely wild. All right, what's the highest thing you ever done while high? Multiple times. Peeled a banana, threw good part in the garbage, and walked away with the peel. Come on, bro. What the fuck? They're just like, oh, fuck, bro. This banana's about to be fire, son. Where'd it go? Fuck. Oh, man. There was no banana in my peel. Imagine. Oh, fuck, man. There ain't no banana in my peel. Like, nigga, what are you doing? That's crazy. Okay, what is the highest thing you've ever done while high? My cousin and I got stoned on his roof late at night, and his brother couldn't know we smoked. So once the munchies kicked in, we went to his kitchen to get some chocolate biscuit cake. My cousin pulled out 2 tiny-ass plates and 2 forks. He then proceeded to slam the fork into the cake. I said, "Why don't you use a knife?" And then he just smiled and ripped off the most perfect piece of cake I've ever seen. Then he spotted his brother and ran into his room and left me in the kitchen. I was going to run too, but I hadn't got my piece of cake yet. His brother walked into the kitchen and said, "Ooh, chocolate biscuit cake." And I was under so much pressure to act normal that I didn't know what to say. So I slammed my fork into the cake and smiled and proceeded to rip the cake in half. He freaked out and said, "Why the fuck didn't you use a knife?" And then the uncontrollable laughter kicked in. I said, "I don't know where the knives are." To which he replied, "Where did you get the fork?" So I pointed at a random drawer, which he opened, and it had only knives in it. That's crazy. I couldn't control my laughter anymore, so I ran away with my giant piece of cake. Falling off my plate. I don't know if he knew I was high. Probably. Yeah, nigga, come on, bro. I can just imagine him getting caught. He was just like, "That drawer?" And nigga opened the drawer and he's like, "Bro, there's nothing but knives in here." He just got a whole fucking half a cake in his hand. He's just like, I would have ran off too, man. I would have just left my cake behind. I ain't gonna lie. I would have left my cake behind. What the fuck is chocolate biscuit cake? What the fuck is that? I ain't ever heard of no chocolate biscuit cake. You know what I mean? That is definitely a high person's cake. God damn. All right, what is the highest thing you've ever done while high? Went to order food, couldn't say the words, so I just pointed at the signs. The person helping me was cracking up the whole time. I looked high as fuck with a stupid grin on my face. Yo, I feel like that's how every Jack in the Box worker, their customers are. They just be like, give me that one right there. That one right there, dog. And he turned around with that one right there. You want the munchie box? You old high motherfucker. Because I guarantee you, bro. I guarantee you. The only reason why they have that munchie box at Jack in the Box is because they know their customer base. They know that they get high motherfuckers that get them fucking tacos. You know, that ain't real taco meat. Let's be straight. But they're still bomb to some degree. But they get high motherfuckers that be buying a shit ton of them little tacos, you know, for 99 cents and shit. And they know their customer base. They know they get niggas up in the drive-thru talking about, give me, They're just like, "Oh, my bad. Shit, man. My bad. Shoot, man. I don't know." You know, that's how they be. Oh, I be feeling bad for them Jack in the Box workers, bro, because they know their customer base. Come on, man. That's why they the only place that got a fucking munchie box, because they know only high niggas go to Jack in the Box talking about, give me, like, nah, bro. Oh, there goes my phone. My phone fell. All right. Goodness. That's funny. All right, let's see. What is the highest thing you've ever done while high? One time I was in college and I was stoned and my brother was cooking bacon for our munchies. I kept telling everyone to shut up because in the back of my mind, I heard little tiny soft beautiful music, kind of like a symphony. It was like I'm so high. It was the bacon sizzling. The bacon sizzling sounded like a freaking symphony to me. What the fuck? My man was out here. He was like, hold on. He was like, I hear some music. Oh, and it's beautiful. All the nigga is hearing is just. So he's like, yo, it's fantastic. Like, what the fuck? I guess so, man. God damn. That's crazy. Hey. Alright. What is the highest thing you've ever done while high? I put my TV remote in the freezer several times when getting my Ben & Jerry's. That's funny. That is funny. Homeboy, he was just like, oh, fuck, man. I got some ice cream, yo. And he was like, let me just put this down real quick. Because for whatever reason, you got to grab your Ben & Jerry's with two hands. Why do you even have why are you going to the kitchen with your remote anyway? You know what I mean? There was a friend I was talking to. She was like, oh, I got so high one day. Like, I put my phone in the freezer and I grabbed my ice cream. And then I was looking for my phone everywhere. And she was like, I was freaking out. And then her brother opened the freezer and found her phone. And her phone was like almost frozen solid. He was like, yo, she had to like thaw her shit out using her blow dryer and see if it still worked and shit. I'm like, that's crazy. I asked her, I was like, how long was it in there? She's like, I don't know. She was like, I was high as fuck. I don't know. I'm like, damn, that's wild to me. Absolutely wild. All right. What is the highest thing you've ever done while high? When I was in high school, I got too high and knew it was obvious to my mom when she got home. I texted my friend saying, I think my mom knows I'm high. My mom then walked in and just looked at me and said, yes, I do. Checked my message and turned out I accidentally sent it to her. No! Like, now she knows. Now she knows because you told her. Stupid. That's crazy, bro. That's wild. She's like, now I know, stupid. All right, what is the highest thing you've ever done while high? Was tripping on an unholy amount of DXM. What the fuck is DXM? Okay. And became convinced I had shit myself. Wait.
What did he say?
You convinced yourself of what? Okay. I didn't, but for some reason, I was really worried that I did. So I kept changing my clothes. I'd change, go back into the room, sit down, assume I had shit myself again, change, repeat. I did this for like an hour. Drugs are a hell of a drug. This nigga, bro. He walked out into the living room, sat down, and was just like, oh, damn, I doo-dooed on myself. Got up, changed his clothes, went back into the living room. Fuck, man, I doo-dooed myself. Got up, changed his clothes, sat down. Damn, man, I got a lot of doo-doo. I keep doo-dooing on myself. Like, bro, what the fuck? And I think it's just like the warmth, you know, on his butt of sitting down. I guess he thought that warmth was doo-doo. Like, all right, man, I guess so. All right. What is the highest thing you've ever done while high? This nigga said donated $50 to Wikipedia. I didn't even know you could donate money to Wikipedia. What the fuck? I was convinced when sober me got the email the next morning. Apparently when I'm high, I'm very socially conscious. This nigga, bro. He said, you know what? He was like, this is a great cause. Like, $50, man. Goddamn. Wikipedia, shout out. You got me through high school, man. Damn. You know, when you didn't want to read the book, so you'd Wikipedia the book, you know? Man. All right, we're going to do 3 more and we'll end the thread. Oh, shit. What is the highest thing you've ever done high? A friend and I cut a block of cheddar into little cubes, melted half of them, and dipped the rest of the cubes in the melted cheese. So good. What the fuck? Niggas were dipping cheese in melted cheese. What? What? Why? Huh? I guess so, man. I guess when you so high, anything just makes sense. They're like, you know what? That fucking makes sense. Cheese on cheese, that just makes sense. Like, no shit, it's good. It's cheese on cheese, bro. Like, what the fuck? Goddamn. It's cheese on cheese, man. All right, what is the highest thing you've ever done while high? looking out the front bedroom window waiting for the pizza delivery, turn to look back into the room and get a fright from the coat rack in the corner, laugh myself and looking back out the window, turn to look into the room a minute later and get a fright from the coat rack again, over and over, must have scared myself 5 or 6 times all in the space of 5 minutes. Nigga, what the hell? How do you have that low of like, why is your short-term memory that crazy quick? He was just like, oh shit, whoo, we good. Where that pizza guy at? Oh fuck, oh no, we're good, we're chilling. Where that pizza man at? Oh shit, like bro, I don't, how do you get that baked, bro? How do you get that baked? Where you literally turn around and you forget that the inanimate object is the inanimate object. Like, I will never understand that, man. I will never understand that. Oh, shit. All right, this is going to be our last one for this thread. This thread is just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. All right, what is the highest thing you've ever done while being high? At this point in my life, I had agoraphobia, okay, and while high, mustered up the courage to go grocery shopping for what was probably the 4th time in my life. Great idea. I'm so fucking stoned that I decide to try the deli counter for the first time ever, and I see this little container in the on the counter. I start to panic and scramble to find a tip for what my high mind decided was a tip jar. I got my order, smiled at the deli person, and make eye contact with her as I go to put $2 in the jar, but it wasn't a tip jar. It's a trash can for the tickets, and we're still making eye contact, and I slowly die as I have to commit to my mistake and stuff my money into the trash can. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Hold on. I gotta change camera real quick. Imagine you're making eye contact with somebody and they're just staring at you and they're just like, they're just staring at you and you're looking up at their hand and then you look back at them and you look up at their hand and they're just like, like you on the other side of the counter thinking, are you gonna leave your money there? Are you sure? Are you sure that's what you want to do? And they're just bro, that must be the craziest interaction ever. Like I said, if you know the show, you know that I used to work retail and I used to work in a meat counter. Never, not once, bro, have I dealt with that. I mean, sure, I've dealt with my occasional, like, motherfucking, I don't know what I want. You know what I mean? That type of shit. But I've never dealt with somebody who sat there, stared me dead in the eyes while they put $2 in a fucking trash can on the top of the counter. That's crazy, bro. That's insane. Oh, my God, that's insane. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that thread. Wow. That was a thread. Woo, that was a thread. I love doing these just wacky, funny threads with you guys because, Jesus. Woo, the world is something else. The world is something else, and I love it, man. We're here for it. Oh, but hope you guys enjoyed the thread, man. If you have a moment where you were high as hell and you did something stupid, let me know. Or a friend, whatever. Let me know down in the comments, all right? Get involved in there. All right, we're going to hop through announcements, and we're going to get on to today's confession time, and then we will get through our scenarios for today. So, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole Podcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenarios to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday shows. Whether it's a confession time or it is a scenario, I got you, baby. Again, being on the Patreon gets you priority. You can also send in scenarios on my Instagram as well as my TikTok. Links down in the description. Audio listeners, keep downloading the podcast, man. Appreciate you guys so much for all the support you guys have been showing. Rate us 5 stars. That way it helps get more people onto the show and checking us out. All right. So, And it's for free, baby. And if it's for free, then it's for me. All right. And if you want to help us out even more on the free 99 side of things, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube. I appreciate all of the support you guys have been showing, man. And yeah, I love it. You guys have been checking out the live streams, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? We still going live every Monday. We've been going pretty strong. I ain't gonna lie. We've been going live every Monday for about 2 months now. So we've been doing the dang thing. I've been very consistent with it. Sometimes I will stream on Fridays. Sometimes I stream on Sundays. I don't know. I still haven't decided. Like, my work has been getting weird. So, you know, I wanted to stream on Fridays because I know sometimes people get off of work, or, you know, they get off of school or whatever the case may be. And then, you know, it's 5 o'clock. They can catch a stream and they don't necessarily have to go to bed or nothing like that. They can, you know, watch the stream all the way through, whatever. But, you know, most of you guys are checking out the VODs. So I do appreciate that, man. I always upload the full length streams in there. So that way you guys can check out the streams, you know what I mean? And just, you know, hang out with your boy, whatever the case may be. You guys can ask me anything you want, you know? But yeah, get in there. Check us out. Appreciate all the support. Let's get into today's confession time. Honestly, confession time has become one of my favorite segments in the show. And you want to know why? Because y'all motherfuckers be confessing some wild shit. Alright? Y'all be confessing some wild shit. And today is no fucking different. Woo! Oh man, here we go. Today's confession time is, I got a BJ from my friend's 77-year-old grandma.
What did he say?
You got a what from a 77-year-old who? Man, you crazy. You crazy. I bet my man was sitting there like, yo, the gum action was wild. He was like, the gum action was wild. Man. All right. So, my friend lived with his grandma since his folks passed away, and I went to go hang out with him. He was gone, and just his grandma was there. So, she was a widow since his grandma had passed away and home alone. She invited me in for iced tea. Aw, damn. Aw, damn. Back in her day, it was iced tea. You know what I mean? Nowadays, it's coffee, you know. She was one of those older women who was still ready and active for her age. God damn, at 77? Sheesh. Okay. She was flirty with me, and I got an erection that was very visible. And she pointed it out and teased me about it. I was really embarrassed, and she said it was okay, and she was really flattered that she could still make a young man react that way. Woo! She was like, oh, I still got it. Grandma still got it. You know what I mean? I do them Kegels for a reason. And she told me that she'd take care of it. Oh, brother. She reacted to my pants and knelt down and gave me what is to date the best BJ I've had in my entire life. Being a 16-year-old virgin, I of course came incredibly quick, but she didn't mind and swallowed every drop. Yo! Woo! Okay. Goddamn. All right then, my guy. Then she put it back in my shorts and zipped me up while I laid there panting. My man was out of breath. my man nutted so hard he was out of breath. Then she kissed me on the cheek and told me that she could get going, or no, that I should get going since my friend would be home soon, but that I should come by for tea with her again. Yeah, you know what that means, you know. Grandma.
She belongs to the streets.
Yeah, I mean, goddamn. Husband passed away, and all of a sudden, she belonged to the streets. Goddamn. Unfortunately, she had a really bad stroke and passed away about a month after that. I never told my friend about what happened, and over the years later, I'll never forget it. Hey, man, Grandma, I think she went out feeling good. She went out feeling good about herself. She was just like, 16-year-old boys think I'm hot. You know what I mean? Hey, she went out like a G. She was just like, yeah. Not only did he get hard, but he nutted. He nutted. She was just like, yeah, that sweet nectar. That would be crazy if like her, giving him head was the reason why she like died. Her heart was overactive. That would be wild. I'd be like, yo, my dick killed your grandma, dog. That would be wild. That would be kind of wild. I won't lie to you. That is a wild. Woo. You let me know what you guys think about that one in the comments, man. God damn. A 77-year-old woman. Damn. Whoo. Hey, that's what I love about that segment. You guys haven't disappointed yet with a confession time. Fuck. You guys be sending them in too, and I'd be like, what the hell? And like I said, with all the scenarios that you guys send in and all of the confession times that you send in, I only ever read the titles. I don't ever read anything. And a lot of times it's the thing where like when I'm prepping for the show, I'll read the title maybe like 3 or 4 days ago. So I'll forget by the time it's time to film. And then I read the title again. I'm like, oh, that's right. That's right. Oh shit, we about to talk about this today. So, I mean, not and most of the time, all the titles I don't even read because I'm like, who cares? Like that looks pretty interesting, Or sometimes I just go down the line because I'm just like, why not? But all right, let's get into today's scenarios. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend she needs to clean if she's not gonna get a job? Hey, facts. I ain't gonna lie to you. Facts. Okay, my girlfriend, 20 female, and I, 21 male, have been together for 4 years, and have been living together around 2 years. She had a part-time job up until January or so, working 2 to 3 days per week, but she quit because she couldn't stand working there any longer. I, on the other hand, work a full-time job and have a full-time college schedule. Though all the school is online, it still requires around 4 hours of work per week. Anyways, I don't mind being the provider, but I don't want some sort of trad wife who's only there to cook, clean, and look pretty. However, I feel as though if I'm putting in 40 hours a week at work and 4+ hours a week in school, the least she could do is pick up around the house, laundry, dishes, etc. I go to work 9 to 5, then we go to the gym, and then I come home and cook for us. Every time I try to express that our effort feels one-sided, she says that I'm being unfair and that she shouldn't be the only one doing things around the house. Bitch, I cook. What you mean? I cook, you do the dishes. What the fuck are you talking about? Come on now. And then you ain't got nothing. I'm going to finish reading and then I'll give my 2 cents. Which I agree with to an extent. Of course, because you cook. You know what I mean? That's why you don't agree to, you agree, but to an extent. But she does nothing worthwhile while I'm at home. She'll sleep, lay in bed on her phone, or play video games. I just don't know how to work something out. Her friends also take her side and say it's unfair for me to ask her to clean, but I really don't understand how that's unreasonable to ask. Came here to rant more than anything, but am I the asshole? Look, bro, you're not an asshole at all because it's like, look, I don't mind being the provider. If anything, like that's my duty as a man to work 40 hours and go to school and, be better, be that guy for my woman, 100%. And then on top of that, you cook. So it's like, bro, you don't have to cook. All you got to do is clean. That ain't that hard. Laundry is simply just throwing the clothes into the fucking washer, pushing a button. Then you go you fuck off for 45 minutes. You come back, you take it out, you put it in another machine, push a button, fuck off for 45 minutes. And then folding clothes, well, guess what? You could do that in front of the TV. You can watch TV and fold clothes. It ain't that hard. Doing the dishes, that don't take longer than 20 minutes. I guarantee you, y'all got a dishwasher. Fucking load that dishwasher up, put some soap in that bitch, close it up, and fuck off until it for 45 minutes. And then open it and put the dishes away. Like, come on, man. Like, bro, I don't understand why women look at cleaning and house chores like it's so fucking hard. Like, bro, and see, this is something like for me as a dude who is a single guy and lives on his own and stuff like that. When I do chores and clean up around the house and stuff like that, it doesn't take me that long to do laundry. It doesn't take me that long to clean the place. It doesn't take me that long to do these things. And most of the stuff, guess what? We got technology now. Like I said, I throw my laundry into the machine, throw my soap in there, push the button, and fuck off for 45 minutes. I go watch TV, play my game. I'm on my phone. And I'm like, oh, cool. Now it's time to take it out of the washer, put it in the dryer, push the button, fuck off for 45 minutes. Like, bro, how hard is that to do? And then on top of that, like me, I'm old school because my parents were like, hey, nigga, you ain't using no dishwasher. You better wash them dishes by hand. So me, I have the habit of washing my dishes by hand. So I wash my dishes by hand. But even then, washing my dishes by hand doesn't take me longer than 10 minutes. You know what I mean? It don't take me longer than 10 minutes. Like, bro, that's crazy to me. Like, no, if you're not going to have a job, then you're going to clean. And I get it. You're sitting there and you don't want to be like a misogynist and all this kind of stuff. But if I'm being honest with you, bro, no. That's her role. What do you mean? That's her role in the relationship. Especially if you're the one paying all the bills. Fuck are we talking about here? I'm paying all the bills, nigga. And I still cook. I mean, I cook in relationships because honestly, I think women are trash at cooking. I do. I'm like, I've yet to meet a girl who's good at cooking. Like, all you bitches kind of suck at cooking. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? You guys make something that kind of looks good, but it don't got no flavor to it. And I'm like, damn, bitch, you didn't put no seasoning in this? What's going on? I don't know. I'm sure there's some girls out there that can cook, but all the girls I've dated have sucked at cooking. So I just take on that duty. And I'm sure he's in the same situation where he's like, my girl sucks at cooking, so I'm a cook. But I mean, it's like, bro, if I cook, you do the dishes. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? This is not a 50-50 relationship. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? You don't pay bills. You don't do anything extra. So, guess what? I'm giving you something to do. And if I'm being honest with you, with him, I'd have been like, either you get a job, or you cook and clean, or you get the fuck out. Like, I'm going to be straight with you. Like, I wouldn't tolerate that. I'm being serious. I wouldn't tolerate that. I'd be like, get out. Like, if you don't want to get a job, cool, that's fine. But you're going to be cooking and cleaning. Well, you don't even got to cook. I'm a cook, but you just got to clean. And again, like I said, all that stuff is easy to do. We got technology now. You know, it's not like you up in the backyard with a fucking a washboard and shit. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Women make it seem like it is slave work to clean around the house. What do you mean? It probably takes an hour to clean the whole house. You still got another fucking 23 of them to do nothing. Like, come on, man. And then on top of that, another reason why she should be cleaning is like, bro, you're home all day. So if you're home all day, well, guess what? You're the one that's mainly using the dishes. You're the one that's mainly dirtying up the kitchen. Hey, bro, you're the one that's mainly dirtying up the house because you're home all day. So clean up after yourself. Be an adult. Like, duh. You know, like, come on, man. My biggest thing is he's paying all the bills. That's my biggest thing. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if that's, misogynist or whatever. I don't care. Nigga's paying all the bills. And if he's paying all the bills, he got the right to be like, bitch, clean. Let's be straight here. You know what I mean? Like, I know for me, if I'm paying all the bills, yeah, girl, you gonna fucking clean. Especially if you ain't got no job. If she had a job, then I'd have been like, all right, maybe you guys can split a little bit here and there, but she ain't got no job, nah. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that will disagree with me, and be like her dumbass friends. Oh, that's unfair. Nah, it ain't unfair. Bitch, you're at home doing nothing. Come on now. All right, on to our next one. Am I wrong to feel uncomfortable? That's all they put. Okay. I talked to someone 3 times, maybe online. We talked about psychology, and they are clearly having it bad. Thing is, I am not in a good position to, but I just don't show it much. And I sound cheerful and happy, but they sent me this hug gift with emotional face and very unusual kind of hug. I usually tell people not to send me hug even in text, but with them, I'm thinking of ghosting. I'm a 28 female and they are a 39 male. So you're talking to this dude, but obviously it's a thing where like, I'm not in a good place and they're not really in a good place, but you guys kind of find comfort in each other, but you're thinking about ghosting because of a GIF? Because of a hugging GIF? For real? You're being serious right now. For real? You're going to ghost this dude over a fucking GIF? That's wild to me. I mean, I would personally, if I was a 39 male guy, I would be looking at it like, man, her and I are both going through something and we're helping each other heal. And I'm finding solace in this woman who I actually am really starting to like, because we get along, we understand each other's situation and we're bonding over that. Like, of course this guy likes you. What do you mean? Is it that you don't like him? That might be what it is. I think what it is you don't like him and you know that he likes you. And I think that's what it is. And I get it, homeboy's like 11 years older than you, so that might be the biggest turn off. That might be what, has got you kind of weirded out. But I don't know. I mean, over a GIF is weird. That's crazy to me. I mean, to your question of am I wrong to feel uncomfortable? No. Why would you feel uncomfortable with that? Well, okay. If you feel uncomfortable because he is, that he likes you and you don't like him, you need to, instead of ghosting him, you need to tell him and be like, hey, I appreciate us, finding comfort in each other and being able to do that and but I don't have those kind of feelings for you. I think that's what you need to do. I think that's your next step, is to just let him know, hey, I'm not really feeling you like that. So yeah. I think that's what you need to tell him, because you clearly don't like this dude as much as he likes you. And instead of ghosting him and making this guy feel even worse about, than he already feels, you need to do that. You at least owe him that. Because again, like, homeboy is already in a tough spot, and then you ghosting him is only going to put him in an even tougher spot. And I guarantee you didn't think about that. Yeah, and so, you need to kind of think about that and be like, oh shit, let me at least tell him, hey, I don't feel this way about you. That way he understands, and then you guys can still talk, and it's like, okay, we mutually kind of understand where this is at, instead of, because obviously right now he doesn't know your feelings, and I think he kind of just threw that out there to see, like, let's see if she liked me back. You know what I mean? Because guys will do that. Guys will kind of, if they're talking to a girl and they realize, you know what, damn, I really like this girl. And he's going to throw something out there to kind of see if you grab onto it or if you kind of push it away. And just be honest. Just be honest. I think a lot of women lack that, man. They lack just being honest with a dude. Like, nah, I just don't see you that way. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Because a lot of dudes, trust me, a lot of dudes will just sit there and be your friend, which I think is stupid. I don't condone that. I look at it like, if you find out a girl that don't like you like that, bye, you get going. Because there's no reason to continue to be her friend, if I've been straight with you. Because it's like, all you're going to do is be hurting yourself even more by just watching her with dudes. You know what I mean? Like, that's terrible. So I think what you should do is, I think you are wrong for feeling uncomfortable, and you should just tell him that you don't got feelings for him. That's what I get from that. All right? So, on to our next one. Relationship advice. Why do you guys ask me for relationship advice? Why? Why do you guys do that? I'm not the person to be asking for relationship advice. Fuck, if anything, I need relationship advice. What the fuck are we talking about here? I get it. I do this show, and I've seen every relationship scenario under the fucking sun at this point. I've been doing this show only for a year and a half. Well, a little over a year and a half. Like a year and I think like 6 months. Right? Yeah, that's a year and a half. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, a year and a half. But yeah, I've been doing the show about a year and a half. I've seen every fucking relationship scenario under the sun. So I get why you think, this guy might know something. But, I mean, I know a little bit, I guess. I don't know. I'll try to give you the best advice as I can, but I don't know. Hopefully I can help. Okay, so, can I still get girls at 5'7"? Oh, you know what? I can actually help you on this one. Because your boy's 5'7". Hey, I'm 5'7", possibly 5'8" on a good day. Facts. Because sometimes I'm 5'8" on a good day, too. I ain't going to lie. When I'm feeling myself and I'm wearing the right shoes, 5'8" on a good day. I'll be feeling myself, too. Especially when I get out the gym. Oh, get out the gym with a good little pump. Yeah, I'm definitely, sometimes I'm like, I'm 5'9". You know what I mean? I had an extra 2 inches. I'm like, shit. The pump got me feeling different. You know, I'm just saying. All right. So, hey, I'm 5'7", possibly 5'8" on a good day. And I know a lot of women tend to prefer taller guys. Facts. It's something I've been thinking about recently since I'm starting to put more effort into my appearance. Oh, that's good. I wouldn't say I'm arrogant, but I do like to think I'm fairly good looking. I've got a solid physique for an 18-year-old. Lots of compliments from other guys, which is nice. I know, that's facts. I get complimented by dudes more than I do girls at the gym. It's kind of weird, but I understand it. I'm also working hard towards becoming a medicine applicant, so I like to think I've got some ambition and brains too. Here's the thing. I've only recently started to care more about how I present myself, like in the last few months, but I'm still worried that my height might hold me back when it comes to attracting women. I've read a lot about how height can matter in dating, so I'm just looking for some honest insight here. Is height really a deal breaker, or can a good personality, confidence, and ambition outweigh it? Any personal experience or advice would be appreciated. All right, look, man, I'm going to give you my blueprint to how I go about dating as a 5'7" dude. All right. And obviously, who's better to give you advice than a 5'7" guy? Okay. So, the easiest way to you said that you're in the gym, and that's great. That's already number one. Now, with that good physique, you need to wear clothes that fit you and that show off your physique. Because as a 5'7" dude, we don't got much to work with. You know what I mean? We don't really have long torsos. We don't got long legs. We ain't got nothing to really work with. So we gotta accentuate shoulders, chest, and arms. That's all we got, bro. I'm gonna be straight with you. We gotta accentuate the shoulders, the chest, and the arms. That's just how it is. And you're in the gym, so that's good. You know what I mean? Focus on upper body a lot. I'm going to be straight with you. Focus on upper body a lot, because that is what girls notice the most. And the main one to focus on is forearms, tricep, bicep. All right? I'm telling you. And obviously, you know, add some chest and shoulders in there too. You know, try to well round it. You know what I mean? Leg day maybe like once a week. Trust me. We're short. There ain't much leg there, if I'm being straight with you. All right. Then be an intellectual guy. Always learn some shit. Learn some stuff. And when you talk to women, talk to them about this intellectual shit, because I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, they're going to find you very interesting. And when you talk about this interesting stuff, be able to articulate yourself very well to her. You know what I mean? Because obviously when you're making small talk with a girl or in somebody you don't know at that, obviously you guys are going to talk about things that you like and things that, and the easiest way to talk about something to a girl is to talk about something that either has interested you, something that you just learned, things that like just make you seem articulate. Like me, I'm a big history buff. I love talking about history and shit. And a lot of girls, they find that interesting. They're like, oh, you know, what do you like to do for fun? And I'm like, oh, well, you know, I'm the type of person that always likes to learn new things. And, you know, I recently learned about this, and this. Did you know that, you know, in the 1940s that this was going on and this and that and blah, 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 because they find that kind of stuff interesting. They're like, oh, wow, you know, he's actually kind of smart. Or maybe you're the type of guy that, you know, you're into like science, or you're into travel and talk about other places and stuff like that. Like, be interesting in the way that you articulate yourself. Be very interested in learning new things all the time. Like when you're at work or when you have downtime and stuff like that, you should be playing, or you should be learning something. Because honestly, intelligence makes girls wet, bro. They like that stuff. When you're the type of guy that can teach them shit, or the type of guy that can articulate himself really well, they will be like, wow, oh shit. Because I'm telling you, these 6-foot dudes, sure, they like them because of the looks, and that gets them to the door. But a lot of times they tend to find those guys a little boring sometimes, because those guys don't really have to have a personality. They don't really have to learn things, or they don't really have to do things as much as we do to get women, because their height just kind of outrules everything, you know? And so that way, but you coming in with the intellectual game, oh, trust me, girls are going to find you interesting. They're going to be like, wow, even if you don't even plan to date this girl, like you just being able to articulate yourself and talk about things that she knows nothing about, and you're just constantly teaching her things, and she's just like, oh my God, I didn't really notice that. And you need to be able to articulate yourself well, because you can't long wind shit and bore her. You got to be able to teach her stuff short, sweet, and concise. You know what I mean? To where like she gets it, but you don't got to over explain it. Yeah, and that's why I say you need to be able to articulate yourself correctly, because if you over explain shit, she's just going to get bored. You know what I mean? And so you don't really want that. You want to be able to short, sweet, and concise, to where she's like, oh, wow, dang, that's kind of interesting. I never knew that about, you know, this place, or whatever the case may be. Like, say, you know, another thing is, you know, I like to look into other cultures, whether, you know, mainly other Asian cultures, because I am Japanese myself. I like to look into other Asian cultures. So, you know, I learned a lot about, you know, my culture, Japanese and stuff like that. And then I learned a lot about Korean, a lot about like Filipinos and all this kind of stuff, you know, whether it's their food, it's customs, all that kind of stuff, because women love travel. They love travel. So if you're the type of person that is very intellectual in like other things, other cultural stuff, oh, girls are going to love that shit. They're going to love that shit. Like, I can go on and on and on when I talk to girls about like Japanese culture and like Korean culture and all that kind of stuff. And they sit there and eat it up. They're like, whoa, that's so interesting, because I can articulate myself very well to them, and it doesn't kind of bore them. You know what I mean? So again, it's good that you're getting in the gym. Like I said, focus on the upper body. Be intellectual, and that's going to get you pretty far. And just you already said that you're a very confident and ambitious dude. Talk about that. Talk about it. Like the fact that you're going to school for being a medicine, you're a medicine something, a medicine applicant. Talk about that. Talk about it. Trust me. Talk about it, because I guarantee you, I don't even know what a medicine applicant is, if I'm being straight with you. So the fact that I don't know what a medicine applicant is, there's a lot of women that don't know what a medicine applicant is. And they're going to find that very interesting. And then on top of that, you know what I mean, sauce it up a little bit, you know, like, yeah, your boy going to be a doctor, you know what I mean? Shit, sauce it up a little bit. Ladies, close your ears. You know, this is the sauce for the men, okay? Close your ears, all right? Because, you know what I mean? You don't need to know. You don't need to know that. But I'm just saying, sauce it up a little bit. Make it a little interesting. You're not lying. You know, just stretching the truth. That's all. You're like, yeah, girl, you know, be a doctor. You know what I mean? I'm a doctor. I'm a medicine applicant. You know what I mean? That's what I do. You know, I administrate the medicines, because that's what I do. I'm a doctor. You know, call me doctor. You know, whatever your name is. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, be interesting. Be interesting, because as short dudes, that's all we really got, man, is physique and being interesting. And I already gave you some good examples. Always be learning something. Make sure to articulate yourself well. Talk to yourself in the mirror. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do it all the time. To stay sharp, the podcast definitely keeps me sharp in like articulating myself and explaining things and stuff like that. It definitely keeps me sharp. But I talk to myself a lot. as if I'm talking to somebody, so that to stay sharp when I articulate points and when I articulate things that I'm learning. I like to talk to myself. I know it's weird. I know it's maybe something where you kind of find like, oh, but honestly, like big actors do this, when they're like trying to cast for a role and stuff, they talk to themselves in the mirror because, they want to be able to see their facial expressions and see how they see what things that they're doing that they're not noticing that they're doing, or maybe their eye twitches or some shit. They want to catch these certain things so they can look the best possible they can. And you do that for women. You don't want to look weird in front of a woman. So obviously say, you have this little twitch or whatever because you're nervous. Understandable. You're nervous. And so for me personally, I used to do this thing where like I would like twitch my eye. It looked like I would have a lazy eye. I'd be like, and I wouldn't know that I'm doing it until I would start learning things and articulate. And then I would like kind of talk to myself into the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, my eye is weird. And I'm thinking to myself like, what the fuck? Girls were looking at that, because girls notice a lot of that shit. You know what I mean? They're going to notice that stuff. So you gotta be able to get that barrier out of the way. And not a lot of people do this kind of stuff where they're talking to a camera and they get that kind of every day or every week. So for you, it's a simple thing of, you can even do that. You can even set your phone up and just record yourself talking, you know what I mean? And like, as if you're talking to a girl, you just practice, because practice makes perfect. And then when you get out there and you actually start talking to some women, you're going to feel a lot more confident and comfortable with it, because you're going to be like, oh man, this is just like I practiced. But yeah, that was a lot, but that's because us 5'7" dudes got to do a lot. You know what I mean? But again, if I could summarize it, it's simply get in the gym, focus on upper body, because trust me, that's most of what they notice. You know what I mean? I do legs once a week. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do legs once a week and I do upper body 4 times a week, because I know I'm short and it's forearms, tricep, bicep, shoulders, chest. And I'm telling you, man, those are the main parts that girls look at. And I'm just being honest with you. And then on top of that, always learn something. Always learn something new, and then learn how to articulate what you learned, so that way when you're talking to her, you can convey the information to her short, sweet, and concise, so she doesn't get bored. Then you got to practice. Practice in the mirror. Practice talking. You know what I mean? Find out the little weird things that you do that you don't know that you do. Whether you twitch your eye, or, you notice like that you're moving your hands way too much, or you're kind of like swaying or shit. You know what I mean? There's just shit that you do you don't understand that you're doing. So, figure out what it is. But yeah, you're not cooked. You're good. I've gone on plenty dates. You know what I mean? I've gone, and honestly, aim for the short girls. You know what I mean? Hey, aim for the short girls, man. Hey, 5 foot to 5'4", that's our sweet spot. Why? Because all those kind of girls can wear heels and you're still taller than them. You know what I mean? So 5 foot to 5'4", that's our spot right there. You know what I mean? Yeah. I wouldn't try to date a girl that's, your height. It might not work out well. I've done that once. I dated one girl that was my height, and that didn't work out. So, yeah, man. 5 foot to 5'4". I'm just saying. Hey. But, yeah, man. Hopefully that helps. I was trying to be as honest as possible. You know what I mean? If you got some advice from my boy down in the comments, definitely put your advice down there, man, for us 5'7" guys. You know what I mean? Ladies, help us out. Help us out. All right. That's going to go ahead and be today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, listening, all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you on Thursday for, I don't know if we're going to do 2 chapters. I don't know if we're going to do 4 chapters. We might do another 4 chapters of our new book, Hooked. That book is so good. Everyone seemed to really love the first 4 chapters. I know I did. So we're going to continue on with that book. I'm excited. Again, we might do 4 chapters. We might not. I don't know. But yeah, look out for that on Thursday. Love you guys all, and peace.